So that way you start your new store with all winning designs already. Because what you do not want to do. What's happening, guys? So today's video, I want to give you a little bit of inspiration, a couple ideas. A lot of people ask, but like, I have no idea what niche do I start, what products do I sell, all that kind of stuff. They get overwhelmed, right? So I wanted to give you a couple short resource guide here, a little spreadsheet that you can use to kind of funnel ideas and kind of get your mind spinning in the right direction. So let me like break it down into what kind of stores you can have for a merch store, and then you can kind of understand like how to set it up. So when you're setting up a custom merch store, you can actually have the two basic ones, and there's actually a third one here. The two basics is like a product central merch store. That means if you set up a leggings store, you're only selling leggings on your store with lots of designs, and a watch store, so you have a store about watches, and then your store about wallet cases, and a store about baby bibs, and a store about dog beds, or just a coffee mug store, or just a flip-flop shoe store, or just a store that has just puzzles. I showed this in another video. There's really cool app, Guten, lets you create custom puzzles. I never seen that before, so I think that would be a really good idea for a merch store. Have a store that just sells puzzles and then tons of cool designs with puzzles. That would be really cool. Sock store, yoga mat store, store that just sold the different flags with different designs or whatever. But let me show you an example like what this looks like. For example, a leggings store, if you had a store leggings, there's a good example called gearbunch.com right now, and they're doing pretty well. I see their ads everywhere, but you can see they just sell leggings, right? And they got the different designs, like they got some elf designs, some skull design, some Santa Claus, some candy cane design. This is like Christmas time right now. Another Santa. They have what this is like yoga om, the om symbol, right? And they got page and page and page, design after design. So when if you decide I want to start a leggings store, I like the leggings. I feel like I can sell that niche. They've sold well. I tested the products and they start selling. What you can do is you're not going to have all the designs, right? You're not going to have a merch store with hundreds of designs, which you're going to start. What I recommend if you want to build out a product specific store is to run what I like to say the mini merch collections. Run in a general store mini merch collections, and then once you find enough legging designs that actually sell and you have done well in your merch collection, then break off a separate new store that just sells leggings with those winning designs. So that way you start your new store with all winning designs already. Because what you do not want to do is you do not want to create a store, spend all the time, have designs made, and you don't know if those designs have sold. So it's never a good idea to put stuff on your website that doesn't sell or you don't know that works or not. That's just a way to kill your store conversion, because you're filling out, you're putting all this stuff on your store and you don't know if it works, right? You don't know if it sells. But this store right here is, they got some really cool designs or whatever, but you can take a browse at this later. And then you can do the same concept with all these other products. Or I made a spreadsheet the other day. You can do this with any of the print on demand apps, the products. Like maybe you just want to do body pillows, a store just duvet covers, a store with just hoodies, pet bowls, whatever, right? Yoga mats. I think I have that on the list. Tank tops. So you're creating a brand that sells that one product. It's the easiest way to create a brand, I think, is if you break a product specific website, which means now that it brands itself. You don't have to have a good name. You don't have to have anything. You just focus on one product, and now that your website, your domain is a brand around that one product. And that's the easiest way, I think, to create a brand. But let me show you the other way. Niche centered stores. This is where I have what is called mini merch collections. This is the power. This is why I like this model, because you don't have to have a winning product. Like I wouldn't recommend starting a leggings store unless you have sold leggings through a collection page before. Like you already know that leggings sell well. Now create a legging specific store. So let me show you an example of that. I think I showed this before in another video, but you can do collection page. So this is like a mini merch, and you put the same design right on all your products. And when you do that, then you're creating this collection, and then you're going to notice over time, hey, these pillow covers, they're selling really well. A lot of people are buying these pillow covers. So then you want to create a pillow specific brand, or a brand that sells just pillow covers, and that's what you do. You break it off, start a new website, and create a brand. And now you can have all these mini brands. You can have your general store with collections, and then you can have mini brands that are product specific websites. And now you're starting to build your little empire. And this is why I love this model, because you're standing off of the competition, you're creating brands, you're creating long-term assets, mini empires, and long-term cash flow assets. And yeah, you can do this using print-on-demand products, which was never possible before, because before it was only t-shirts that were print-on-demand. But now there's so many cool products you guys can have, and that's why I'm excited about this model and why I'm sharing it with everybody, because there's so many awesome products. And 2018 is going to be the year of print-on-demand, I think, and it's going to be an awesome experience for sellers who are selling on Facebook, who are selling with Google Shopping, who are selling on Pinterest, who are selling with YouTube ads. There's so many places to sell your custom merch now. Etsy is a great place to list your products, or anywhere. You can put on Amazon FBA. You just got to be careful with the shipping times. You want to make sure that you don't get a lot of negative reviews. So you could actually negotiate with some of these guys and buy. You could take your winning, like this is an idea. You take your winning designs that you sold, right? And you buy mass quantity. Say I want to buy 100 units, and you send those 100 units to Amazon FBA and store in the Amazon warehouse. And now you're creating your own brand off on Amazon, and you just bought wholesale from the factory or your product, but you already know those designs sell. They're already hot winners. And that's kind of the power of this expanding beyond just the print-on-demand app, right? But that's for a future video. I'm going to go into more details about how to do that. And but here's some cool niche-centric designs. So let's say instead of having just this money symbol, right? This is example. You can have a merch collection with just horse design, and then you can have a dog and cat and whatever, like the niche is unlimited. I just put 30 examples here, but this can go on forever, and this can go on for whatever products you want, right? So there's tons and tons of ideas that you can get your brain going and start making this work and making this happen. But let me show you one more third type, and this is when you're creating a niche. I would say this is niche centered with specific design collections. I guess I didn't need to do all caps. And then this is the third type, is just a niche centered store. So this is when you mix products and designs. So this is the golden goose. Let me show you an example of that right now. AF Nation. So this is an example of this niche specific, American as fuck, but they have t-shirts and tank tops. What else? But they mix all the designs. So these are all like American theme. If you flag this, if this flags offends you, I love our AR-15s, born to, like all American veteran. I love the USA. No, I'm a terrorist. That's awesome. This is a great example. Let's see what they have. Do they have any? Okay, so they got like coffee mugs and phone cases and posters and blankets and tote bags, and then they have specific holidays, and then they have leggings and swimsuits. So they got all the products, right? They got tons of products, but they're centered around the I Love America theme, like the Golden Eagle. Look, I mean, this is American Eagle, and then American is F, and then yeah. So this is not one design with all the products, but many products with many designs. And this is really good option as well if you want to expand. If you want to expand on this, so you can say, oh, you know what, this horse niche is really doing well for me, and then you can expand and do a whole entire horse website, and that's also possible. So there's like different ways you can go about creating your custom merch store, which also is great because less competition. Now you're standing out in another way, and you're not competing against people because now you have many designs, many products, you're creating your own brand. This is why I love this model, because, you know, there's so much opportunity. You could have 100,000 people all starting to do this exact model, and it would not even compete with each other because there's so many different techniques that you can use to create your merch store with product specific, a niche specific, or design specific style setup. And this is really good. I wanted to get you, this link is in the description, and you guys can use this to kind of get your brainstorm going on. What kind of stores do you want to set up? What kind of niches do you target? What kind of products to sell, and all that. Guys, hope this helps, and stay tuned for the next video.